3:34. This meeting is per board policy on Tuesday, January 20th, 2015. You'll post this in the post office and on the front door of the school. An Open Meetings Act is posted somewhere around here. And there will be one action on this meeting. And the action will be to discuss the discussion of information concerning the action to choose a superintendent search firm. I guess I should call it, okay.
You called
Call
it to
meeting
order
order.
and
We have a roll call of attendance.
Schindler,
Yes, here.
Wright,
Yes.
Ford,
Yeah.
Banky,
Here.
Coinson,
Yes.
Higgins.
Here.
Okay. This would be an action to excuse board members not in attendance, and it looks like everybody's here. So, discussion. We had 3 firms come today and present us their ideas of doing a search. We had the NSAB, we had McPherson, and we had NERCSA. Did I say that correctly?
You did.
NERCSA. So I guess I would just like to hear some discussion from the board members of what they thought of each one of those search firms.
I guess I'll go first. That's all right?
I guess, okay, yes. I was gonna say, I noticed that it looks like it's about who can get their information out the most, you know, to get candidates. I mean, that's what I gathered from it. They all use the Omaha World Herald, and they all have their other sources and their other contacts, you know. And they, I thought they were all very strong. So, Brad?
I would concur with that. I guess obviously we have to select one. I guess my preference would be the NSAB. Solely because obviously I had some experience with them a few years ago. What kind of information, I know what they all do, you know, it's not what the others, because it appears that, you know, cost-wise, when you figure the one company is a little less, however, when they're building their other stuff, I bet you they're gonna all come within a close, I don't think cost is, in my opinion, is an issue here. I do, like I said, utilizing the NSAB in the past, they did a good job of helping the board and walking through the process and getting some candidates, obviously. I guess, comparatively, there really isn't, and they all have a 2-year guarantee, you know, I guess if I was leaning, I'd lean towards them simply just because I know what they've done, and I know they did talk about, a lot of them stress their backgrounds. They didn't talk to people that were listed. They talked to the other people, and I know when they did theirs, because I ended up talking to other people that were part of that process, and they didn't call their references. I mean, they called their references, but they called the people that weren't on the list. And I was very pleased with their background on that stuff. So,
Just to follow up on that, I felt they had the most personal touch to it, and maybe it's because that you guys have used them. I wasn't part of that. That was the year before I came on board. But, I felt that she had the most knowledge of our situation. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's the way it felt to me.
I guess I would agree with Chris on that. They talk to the school issues and what we're facing. They're if we have a concern, we know they're there for us to call and talk to them. The McPherson almost seemed like they were too involved, being a national firm, and it seemed really in depth and really taking a lot of time granted, they probably had good candidates, but just the frame and all the information they presented, I would lean more towards the NSBA.
Chris, what do you think?
I'm kind of gonna echo some of the same feelings, I guess Brad bringing the information that they've used them before and having a comfort level there with their professionalism. I felt like there was two that stood out above the other two. But again, kind of what Kenny was saying, when you're talking about someone that you want to get to come in here, that they know your situation, they know your business. We've utilized the NASB for other information, whether it be their counsel or whether it be Marcia down at their office. So I guess I just feel like they probably know us and know what our needs are, and maybe some of the struggles that we're going through. Maybe would help us find the best fit.
Yeah, as far as cost-wise, as Brad said earlier, you know, by the time you ever, some had a lower upfront fee, but you pay for more advertising, and it just involved in how much advertising you want to do, and you know, this is a profession, so they have a better idea than I would on how to best advertise. I also thought that NSAB would have been, is the best choice, that they recognize the issues that have went on here and want to address that immediately. And their outlook on our time frame was a little bit different than, say, the other two. But I also thought NRCSA seemed very easy to talk to and very professional. That's how I put it.
Well, and it, NRCSA and McPherson both believe that we could be successful. And SAB kind of hinted the interim route. You know, are you all comfortable with that thought that they had?
What do you mean, what thought?
I think that she brought a valid point when she said that we need to consider an interim and give it a year and let the.
Right, I guess maybe that's the question I'm getting at. Is McPherson and Nerska both had the impression that they could get this done?
To me, it felt like a rushed. That's one of the options I did like about her, is that she suggested that we consider that.
Right.
Where the other two, it felt more pushed.
I think we need to decide company, and then we can decide the other route with them, right? I mean, as far as.
I just
I mean,
want
because
for sure, for
they
sure.
all three
Right.
basically would handle that, whether we do a search up front and an interim at the beginning, or you do an interim first and then you do a search at the beginning. You know, like I said, it's not going to.
Right, but SAB was leaning towards. Did I
Well, she's
misunderstand
saying
that?
She was, I would say she was leaning towards, but not ruling out.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll do exactly what we asked
Well, and
them.
I think that's exactly what I was just gonna say. They're all here to work for us. If we say, go with the full search, we're gonna go after it, and we always have the next fall or some other time to reopen that search if we don't find somebody. I think they're all three are willing to do whatever we ask them to do.
Well, we've had some pretty constructive discussion. I would entertain a motion. It sounds like we're all agreeing on one point. Just so we'd like to put that motion on the table.
I'll make the motion for the NASB search firm.
I would second that.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? No more discussion? Let's proceed with the vote.
Frankie,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higgins,
Yes.
Schindler,
Yes.
Poinson.
Yes.
So, I will call I lost her name, Sherry, and let her know. How soon would you like to get after this? She's gonna ask, like, come right back to town, or just like, we have this discussion at the February meeting?
I would suggest the sooner the better, you know, whenever, I mean,
So I'll call her and ask her as soon as possible. Okay?
And the way she spoke, Dave, she'd like to have the whole board present, correct? So that's gotta be an advertised meeting and
We have a
everything.
special meeting, and so we can get going. All right, that was our only action item. Is there a motion to adjourn this special meeting at this time?
so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. The special meeting has ended at 3:44. Thank you, everyone. Oh, do we roll call vote on to adjourn?
No.
No?
Just, you know, all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Fine.
Opposed? Motion